Okay, so the distributive property is when I have a value outside the parentheses being multiplied times an expression inside the parentheses. So all you do is multiply that value times however many values are inside the parentheses. So if we start with number 1, negative 5 times negative 5x, or sorry, negative 5 times 5x is negative 25x. Then I distribute the negative 5 times the positive 7. Negative 5 times positive 7 is negative 35. Okay, and you can check that simple math in your calculator. I'm not going to spend too much time using my calculator for this lesson, but negative 5 times 5, negative 25, negative 5 times 7, negative 35. Okay, so number 2. A little bit longer expression, but all I'm doing is multiplying the 4 times every value inside the parentheses. So 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times positive 3y, always keep in mind the sign in front. It's attached to that value. So 4 times positive 3y is positive 12y. 4 times positive 10 is positive 40. Okay. Number 3, I'm going to distribute the 4 times everything inside the parentheses. So 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times positive 6 is positive 24. Okay. Number 4, I'm going to distribute negative 3 times everything inside the parentheses. So negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times positive y. Now you're like, Miss, I don't see a number inside or in front of, I don't see a coefficient in front of y. Anytime you see a variable by itself, you have to know that there is a 1 in front, a positive, or just a 1 in front of the variable. So negative 3 times positive 1y is negative 3y. Negative 3 times positive 5 is negative 15. Okay. So to keep going, number 5, I'm going to distribute 6 times both values inside the parentheses. So 6 times 5x is 30x. 6 times negative 7 is negative 42. So be extra careful with your signs there. Number 6, I'm going to distribute negative 2 times all the values inside the parentheses. So negative 2 times 2x is negative 4x. Negative 2 times negative 3y. So be extra careful here. Negative 2 times negative 3y is positive 6. If you don't remember your sign rules when you're multiplying, you can keep in mind, I really don't even know what it's called, but the multiplication triangle, I guess we can call it. It has a positive on top and 2 negatives on bottom. So a quick little reminder, a negative times a negative makes a positive. A positive times a negative makes a negative. So you use that triangle to help you multiply your signs and make sure you have the correct sign as your answer. Or you can trust your calculator. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. Negative 2 times negative 10, positive 20. Oh, I forgot my y on there. If you caught that, good for you. Number 7, distribute the 4. 4 times 2x is 8x. And 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. Okay, these ones that can be a little tricky because all of the negatives involved, so take your time. Now remember, if I have a variable by itself, it's not a 0 in front, there's a 1 in front. Same thing for this y right here, there's a 1 in front. So if you have to do that visually, make sure you write the 1s. Negative 3 times positive 1x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 1y is positive 3y, because negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3. Negative 3 times negative 5 is positive 15. So you could miss this question just by your sign, so be careful there. Okay. The last row, number 9. Now you're like, Miss, this is weird. I'm used to seeing the number in front of the parentheses and seeing the number after the parentheses. What do I do? So it's the same exact thing. It's just weird how it's written, and I would say you can just go dun 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 dun, work to the left, but I have to keep my expression in order, I guess you can call it. So it doesn't hurt if you want to put the 3 in front and just ignore, get rid of the 1 in the back, it's the same exact thing, okay? So I'm going to do it both ways just so you see it. So if I like to see that value in front of the parentheses, I'm going to go ahead and move it to the front, and then make sure you get rid of the 1 in the back. So 3 times positive 5x is 15x, and 3 times negative 7 is negative 21. Okay, let's say I do leave it in the back and I just want to try it that way. Make sure you do distribute to the beginning first and then work your way to the end, okay? Because order does matter when you're writing these expressions, okay? So 7, let me erase this real quick. 7 times positive 2x is 14x. 7 times positive 3y is positive 21y, and 7 times negative 10 is negative 70, okay? So order does matter whenever you're writing expressions. I'm going to do another one working backwards, okay? Or actually, I'm going to move this one to the front. So I'm going to show you both ways, so that way, whichever one you're comfortable with, and then make sure you get rid of the 4 in the back. 4 times 2x is 8x. Jeez Louise. Mechanical pencils. 4 times positive 6 is positive 24. Okay, let's say I leave the 3 in the back of the parentheses. Nothing wrong with that. What I want to take care of first is make sure I remember in front of x is a 1 and in front of y is a 1 also. Okay, so 3 times 1x is 3x. Be careful here. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3y. And 3 times negative 5 is negative 15, okay? So just be careful with your signs. That's the tricky part. Always look at the sign in front when you're multiplying, okay? It's not just by itself. And then if you have any variables that are by themselves, there is a 1 in front.